Roborock has recently done a great job filling out their product catalog by designing a robot to fit everyone's needs. My name is Jamie Andrews, and we are going to take a quick look at the Q8 Max Plus from Roborock, a company known to make some of the very best robot vacuums on the market today. The Q8 Max can be purchased as a standalone robot vacuum with a retail price of $599, or paired with an auto-empty docking station, bumping that retail up to $820. The Q8 Max Plus sits between the Q7 Max Plus and the Q Revo, which I will drop a link down in the description to both of these robots, which I have reviewed. The main thing to know is, unlike those two vacuums, this one has the same dual roller brush system from the more expensive S series, designed to pick up hair better than a single roller brush, which means if you have carpet and especially pets, the Q8 Max Plus is potentially the more attractive choice. The Q8 Max Plus is equipped with Roborock's Reactive Tech object avoidance system, which consists of a single structured light sensor up front. Up top, we have a standard set of 3 buttons, along with a clickable sensor to protect the LiDAR, which is used to map and navigate around your home. On the top of the robot is a QR code to get you started with the Roborock app. Sliding out from the back is a combination of a large 350 milliliter water tank and a 470 milliliter dustbin. I have mixed feelings about these two holding systems being combined in one. Drop a comment below if you feel differently. The non-lifting mopping system is unchanged from the Q7 Max Plus and includes a basic mopping cloth and a removable mopping plate. Through these two holes, water is transferred to the mopping pad, which can be electronically controlled with up to 30 different levels to choose from in the app. Up front, things again are the same as the Q7, but we now see the newer style side spinning brush, and sadly still missing is a dedicated carpet detection sensor. Looking at the dock, it comes in 2 pieces, so you will have to do some basic assembly with the included screwdriver. The dock base includes a few wheels to help guide the robot on the dock, charging contact cleaners, and a large wide opening to extract the contents from the robot. Those contents are stored under this lid in the included 2.5 liter dust bag, which is Roborock's standard size nowadays. I tested the auto empty performance by starting with a full dustbin, and what I found is it usually cleaned out all the contents without issue, although sometimes I would find a few heavier crumbs left behind, but that was not the norm. When emptying, the sound from the robot 5 feet away was around 80 dB. The 5500 Pascal vacuum motor in the robot produced about 64 dB of sound in standard vacuum mode, and 72 in the highest mode, Max Plus, all from 4 feet away. Moving on to the test, starting with the carpet pickup test, where I used 54 grams of colored rice and set the vacuum motor to Max Plus and allowed the robot 1 pass to pick up as much as it could. With the dual rollers derived from the S8 series and with a more powerful vacuum motor than the Q7, my expectations were pretty high for this robot, and I was not disappointed, as it was able to pick up all 54 grams of rice for a perfect score. Next up is the tile floor pickup test, where I use 130 grams of cat litter and once again set the vacuum motor to Max Plus. When I tested the S8 Pro Ultra with the dual roller brush, I noticed the results on tile floor were worse in comparison to the carpet pickup ability, and we see it similar here, as it was only able to pick up 116 grams of the cat litter, or 89%, which is not a bad score, but not quite as good as the other Roborock models I have tested. The Q8 Max Plus may lack a lifting, vibrating mopping system, but it makes up for this with a large onboard 370 milliliter water tank and a good quality mopping pad. In my mopping challenge, I used baked on hot sauce on my tile floor and set the Q8 Max Plus to the high water level setting, and let it have 2 passes to clean up as much as possible. It was able to clear roughly 95% of the hot sauce, which is not too bad. How about object avoidance? The Reactive Tech object avoidance system is a very basic setup, which has previously not done so well in my Q Revo and S7 Max Ultra testing, and as you can see here, not much has changed. While it does just barely avoid some objects, when it does, it gets way too close to them. As for cords, what I found was the dual rollers are far more likely to suck up the cords than a single roller system. Each time I ran this test, I had to stop the test to remove the cords from the rollers. If you are buying this for use with a house full of pets, you're more likely interested in the poop avoidance, and while it totally ignores it on carpet, it does sometimes detect it on hard floor surfaces, as you can see here. It is really hit or miss tech that I find hits more than it misses. Moving on to some pros and cons with the Q8 Max Plus, starting with the pros. The biggest pro is with its performance on carpet, which beat out the other models in the Q series, including the Q Revo, which has the same exact vacuum motor. While the mopping system lacks a vibrating and lifting mop, it still manages to impress. For one, I found when starting out, it was very quick to fully saturate the pad. With having 30 water level settings to choose from in the app, the results are very tight water control for different floor types in your home, and the water output was always very consistent. The last pro is how easy it is to clean the rollers, which only get hair wrapped around the axles of the rollers and not the rollers themselves. Thankfully, they detach easily for cleaning. I will throw in a bonus pro, which is the fact that the navigation in the entire software experience for the Q8 Max Plus is excellent, which also holds true for the entire lineup, but it is still worth pointing out here. It really makes my testing so much easier, and thus I know the impact it will have on your experience at home. Now there are a few cons for the Q8 Max Plus. First being that you should not only rely on the very basic object avoidance, and you should always pick up before sending this robot out. You could say this system is better than not having anything at all, but I would not place any bets on it working well a majority of the time. I'm not entirely sure why the dual rollers do not perform as well as a single roller on hard floor surfaces, and even with a bigger vacuum motor, it still got beat out by the older Q7 Max Plus. I do wish Roborock included a carpet detection sensor so it could properly avoid carpets when mopping without having to create no mopping zones in the app. One positive note though is that Carpet Boost while in vacuum only mode was quick to activate when crossing onto carpets. Last is the value, which is close in retail to the Q Revo. That in turn gives you a much better, more hands-off mopping experience with a dedicated carpet detection sensor and lifting, spinning mops. The slightly older Q7 Max Plus can often be found on sale for way less than their retail price, and it gives you many of the same core functions as the Q8 Max Plus. In conclusion, I think the Q8 Max Plus was designed for people who want the excellent performance of the dual rollers on carpet, but don't want to spring for the S8 Plus model. It makes sense, especially if you don't need the more advanced mopping system. If you do decide to purchase, I ask that you use my link in the description, as it helps to support the work that goes into making this very video. I never accept any payment to review these robot vacuums, so any additional support is very helpful, and make sure if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe for more videos just like this. I appreciate everybody watching this video. I hope it helped you some. Take it easy, everyone. Bye-bye.